been seeing, especially last week, some high-level Valorant. And now we are here on the very first day, and the winners today will be facing DRX and PaperX, respectively. And right now, this is the championship point standing. This is really important because right here on the right row, all the ones that are grayed out, they have absolutely no chance to qualify to championship champions through the points.
Yeah, we just saw what they did against Gen G, again in a game where none of us really had them predicted to win. So I think they should embrace being that underdog. A lot of people have them down as the weakest team here in the playoffs, but nobody's truly weak here in Pacific. So lots of chances for an upset today.
And definitely not in the playoffs where things are just so darn competitive. The fact that they have won a lot of 5v4s, but let's take a look at the age of compositions for now. Talon going in with a double duelist. You've got the Euro for a bit of trickery here and there, and at the same time, Vice just slow things down a bit.
Yeah, fair bit of util use getting into the site, but Haunt and Paranoia still available as they go for the push into spawn side now.
Now going unscathed as they start swinging around the side here. Tommy's able to find one to push out of the smoke. Premi going to be good for one there with the Sheriff in hand, but quickly does get dealt with by Francis as they look to try to get the defuse started. A re-swing's going to be coming through though from Dai, making his way forward onto the site, catching them completely off guard. Comes away with 2 kills. Paint Shell now to further delay. That's going to be down, be dead. And that is going to be the round going the way of Talon. This is just not enough time to make it happen. A Red Bull clutch here to kick things off. Welcome to the playoffs. Yeah. To get a Haunt reveal onto Premi, who's going to be swinging out wider and wider, trying to avoid that flash. And he does end up losing his life to 1. Dambi coming away with that kill, but Francis will be the ultimate cost.
Talon should be able to establish themselves a very nice post plant. They're even going to take some spawn control here and just want to make sure that they keep 4 guns up here. They don't want to lose another kill to the Marshal of the Classics.
Yeah, if you lose the Stinger and carry for the rest, you still feel pretty okay about that, but
I may go hunting here, try to look for the showstopper, and he's punished for it.
That's a Guardian out of position. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to recover this one. So yeah, they're just going to have to abandon that one on the floor. So it does end up being a little bit more costly than you might have anticipated. Persia looking like he's more than happy to just go ahead and buy up a different rifle.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even blame him. I think that the ult economy definitely outweighs.
Sheer wall now going to be set up, and yes, they are in fact going to be pushing right over in towards RB, who, like you said, is on a bit of an island. He's going to try to fight for one, but it's just too many forces facing him down. Firm control this time, and 3 players pushing past here. Oh, just a quick little jump peek out, and Premi still somehow keeps himself alive.
Get a little multi-frag early on in the game, but when you're punished, you're left feeling a little bit sheepish, and the rest of your team will be worse for wear as a result. Persia even going down to the spike. To the half by now for Nongshim. I'm going to fight over Rubble here, dash back across. Disengaged from Premi in combination with the fault line now into RB.
Yeah, and they immediately suss this one out. Not really going to get any damage across either, just tight. Full take of this site, full push forward. Clearing out all these deeper angles of approaches. Flash going to be turned away from the second shot, ends up going wide. He's going to have to try to exit. Converter Path's going to be sent in as time, does get taken down. A nice shot from Ivy and some damage onto Kahlua. Gives them a bit of a window back into this one, but the Thorns for now hold them at bay. Up and over the top, looking for that saturate, but Ivy and Dambi going crazy as Ivy finds himself a third. Cruising to do it all, and he cannot. Ivy with a 4K. Well, go ahead and get Nongshim on the board in this effective half-buy round. Couple shots in his direction, but ooh, gets one, gets out, but it's a very shallow refract, so ends up being a little bit more damage from through the corner, but crucially keeps himself alive, and it gives a player advantage here to Nongshim as they get ready to try to go for this retake. The showstopper going to be drawn out. Cruz lingering here outside of A, finds Dambi. Finishing the job there is showstopper effectively going to just be zoning them back. The re-swing, Cruz gets himself another. Now just like that, Talon there in an advantageous position where RB is trying to pincer his way in through this C door. But they're just getting knocked down one by one. Francis about to die. That leaves RB now to do it all.
He's going to get a couple exits for his trouble. Get closer to the pit. There's no way you're completing this clutch, though.
Yeah, looks like he won't even try to go for the tap. Doesn't want to try to bait them forward. Wants to hold on to the weapon. So we'll go his separate ways. He gets himself on the board here in this round, but he cannot get Nongshim another round win. So Talon will stretch the lead. Once again, up by 3. Fight at the ready here on a timing. Sends it there off the back of the Nightfall and bounding forward. He just can't get his vision back fast enough. As Ty so quickly deals with 2. Dami going to be able to find just the 1 as Kahlua swinging forward into the site is able to take his head clean off. And for the 2 players alive here on Nongshim, you're just going to have to save.
They're just folding this site time and time again like a bloody plastic chair right now. Just absolutely cleaning up Talent. I don't even think you contest this as Persia. Like, what can you even do? Surely not.
You have 2 Vandals, your economy is in the dumps. I mean, I guess Ivy could just have another Ivy moment. Haunt at the ready here from Kahlua, still has a Seize behind this. Quick peek out, Cruz trying to find the timing. Tap on the spike with the defuse, and now Persia, the glass cannon himself, last one alive, and yep, it's just gonna be a 1 tap through the smoke to put him down. Makes you scratch your head a bit and wonder about the pivot here. Move away from having that hard sentinel in play. Ty is just fully blinded up, but it doesn't matter. He's got plenty of bullets, a hell of a lot more than Ivy does.
I mean, I kind of agree with you. Like, they're getting into these sites very easily against the Viper comp.
And Remy able to just go ahead and tuck out of there. And then with a quick little push over the top, Ty will find the final. 6-1. Talon is going forward, knows that Dambi's going to be here in this position. Now the Steel Garden coming through just to try to take the weapons away. Push into the smoke, gets the spot there on the 1.
Yeah.
The breach going to be noted. And Remy will be able to clean up Francis. Just without a weapon, they're just spamming him through this smoke. And it goes out into the open. Jip Boys once again will find Dambi through it. His eyes here on Persia. Ivy as well, scaling forward, trying to gain this space. But there you go, Persia dead. Ivy now noted. Bite, I mean, rebounds so far off the wall that it's a non-factor. And now Nongshim are in.
Oh my god. Really, really good macro. Now we're clearing out C Mount, and we're just working the map back to front.
Okay, well, Ivy does manage to find Primi. Try to push back these players, so they're scaling forward very quickly. Fault line, however, will be able to zone them back, and this is going to flush them over towards the A side, where there's 12 seconds remaining, as you say, and Ivy looks to hold the line, finds the first, gets rid of Cruz, with the plant still being stuck to. Tries to run him down, and Ivy not going to be able to find an ace, but he will be able to find a round win, and I'm sure he's much more concerned about that.
Have secured waterfall control, though, and now they're going to pivot straight into C. RB reading this very smartly, though. He's positioned himself over on Mound, but look at Cruz's position.
If they're just fully circumnavigating this pit to get themselves into the C site, and Cruz, with that op in hand, has a very casual shot to take down Francis, and now Nongshim have to be worried. You got one guy for the confirmed op presence. 1 shot remaining here in the magazine. The Nightfall is going to be committed to this one. Connects on the 2, but I believe the Vice is going to be avoided as, oh boy! Oh, you landed right in front of him. He's got covering fire. Persia going to be able to find one here on the back end, but Primi with that Vandal having swapped over. And given there's just 2 rounds left in this half, you only have this from the shadows, which Persia's now dead, to try to utilize for the remainder of this half, as it's just 1 by 1.
Got a snakebite to be dropping. Cruz spotting out RB on the site. Now they're going to turn their attention towards him, and he's just going to get folded relatively routinely yet again. Thai, an easy entry into the site from him.
Just not much more to say. And France is going to be good for 1. The spike not yet planted. Aftershock could come in to try to, never mind. As it's just going to be Ivy left alive. Ignore the the curses and all of the mumbo jumbo surrounding it,
right.
And play your own game.
Oh, Ivy even cleaned up on the exit there. Once again, they do have the dimensional drift and the Steel Garden.
Oh, well,
there's the outlaw.
RB continues to have a very rough time. Nightfall now going across. Bleed gets the catch just onto Francis. It's Primi with the mask on, just sprinting forward, trying to get a scout here. We'll just make his exit inside the connector. Clue at the same time, scaling forward to upper. Taking that first fight, losing it, but the second layer from Ty is there to trade one back. And he's even going to trade it up. 3K now for the raise. As Ivy, once again, needing to be a hero as he's the last one standing. Ty at the same time, potentially on the hunt here for the ace, if Primi doesn't take it away from him.
He's stalling time for him.
He's going to try to assist it.
Go on, son.
Push forward for this one. Oh, they're just jumping at it. Bullets! Okay, with a classic all things. Talon technically with the 1 player disadvantage, but this paranoia could absolutely swing the tides here very quickly, as there you go, Smoke going to be falling down, and okay, Nongshim do get the better of them as RB is able to collect 2. So quick little pivot here from Jit Boys to try to see if he can find anything, but it's only Ivy who's realistically tagged up as the spike gets ready to be planted.
That's a simple play, but just walking up in the orb can do you a lot of favors, couching the defense, slipping there with a big mount setup. Jit Boys now reserved expectations of him putting this clutch together.
Well, I don't really know exactly where he's approaching from. Arc Rose, but yep, there you go. A little wide swing into the feet plant, and Francis will get them over the line. So a 3rd round win going to be found. Nongshim
Can often complete the 4-on-5 from there.
hold that line, funnel them back out in towards the attacker spawn, and that should set up for everybody on Talon to go down to the spike.
Yeah, this is the most sensible. Dammy, okay, relax, mate. Going
Yeah,
the wrong way. That's a one-way street.
Don't go pulling a Francis now. Persia.
Yeah.
Sorry. The Odin in hand. Cruz is going to be looking to really tear him apart, and that's Francis down to 23. There's Jit Boys at the same time.
You can't just keep getting first picked as RB.
Yeah, just another brutal start. Posted up atop the tree. Forward pushing. Okay, Tommy does manage to get the readjust, but Primy finds him there to the corner time at the same time. Finishes the job on the Francis is, yeah, they're just getting worked in the neutral here on the approach.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just the daily game show, the round-based game show of does Ivy clutch. Faultline does get a hit there on a Cruz, but he's got the paranoia, sends that one out to try to keep himself safe. A full flash into the face, but they're not scaling fast enough to really try to get the jump, but he still does damn well. Step over the line, gets that sheer wall pop, drawing some attention back for a moment, but what a shot from Primy. That's the raid boss down. You've got all three players of Nongshim very fanned out. Francis on the peak, able to find one. And that's a critical kill as Persia notes the door. Jit Boys dead. Primy holding that. Denies the swing. Pushes, however, to his own demise. The bite, the paranoia, all there to delay. Kahlua will need to try to pick them both off, but he just does not have the time, so we'll have to make his exit back to the stairs, but he does continue to make this a little bit more costly. So Persia, lone survivor here for the side of Nongshim, but they critically do stop Talon from getting up the match point. Pop flash out of this one. The haunt reveal on the top. He does manage to slide back, but now there's going to be a pain shell just lobbed in there, immediately finding an immense amount of damage. He falls down to 45, and they are just between a rock and a hard place. That fault line is not going to be enough to try to peel for them.
Spike down.
Oh, hold on, 1 HP.
Okay, he's got 1 HP, but that's still incredible that he managed to break that.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, we haven't done the maths there, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a metaphor for how most of this game has gone for Nongshim, unfortunately.
It's a hair off and a lot of factors. There's a lot of pressures that come with that as Ty up and over the top. Playing off the haunt reveal, and the fadeaway shot on the Ivy. Ty layering in the showstopper right at Persia's feet. He wants this map to be over. And with his efforts, I think he has pulled it off. Looking for a second ace, won't be able to have it. Domby does manage to deny. But even then, you need this shot.
Enemy remaining.
On to Primy, but it's going to be Primy who gets the kill instead. And there you go. Mask on. Jit Boys going to be unnoted as, Primy plays it so very aggressively, but to absolute perfection. 13-5, Talon shut down Nongshim here on Nongshim's map. Pick a Lotus.
That is just Talon playing at the level that you expect of them, and Nongshim severely underperforming in their first playoffs game here in VCT Pacific.